Hey there! If you are enjoying the jokes we create for you, please subscribe to our channel. Let's start the joke of the day. A woman runs into a doctor's office and says, "Doctor, doctor, you have to help me. Everywhere I touch my body, it hurts." The doctor replied, "Show me." So the woman poked her ankle and screamed in pain. Then she poked her knee and yelled OW. She poked her forehead and screamed again. She was about to continue when the doctor said, "That's enough, let me think this over." He thought for about a minute and said, "I think I know what your problem is. You broke your finger."
A man with a very small head walks into a bar, and the bartender asks, "Why is your head so small?" He replies, "I was stuck on this island, and there was nothing but beautiful women there who had never seen a man before. So I had sex with all of them. Their leader, who was the most beautiful of all, had the power to grant anybody one wish. So I asked her to have sex with me. She said she would grant me anything but that, so I said, would a little head be out of the question?"
A man met a wonderful woman and became engaged to her. He called his mother to share the good news with her. He arranged to have dinner with his mother that evening so that she could meet his fiancée. When he arrived at her home, he brought along 3 women, a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. His mother inquired as to why he had brought 3 women instead of just 1. He replied that he wanted to see if his mother would be able to guess which one of the women was her future daughter-in-law. She looked at each one carefully and then replied, "It's the redhead." "How could you possibly have figured that out so quickly?" he inquired. She coldly replied, "Because I can't stand her."
A lady who was speeding had an officer pull her to the side of the road. She didn't have her seat belt on, so as soon as she stopped, she quickly slipped it on before the officer got to her window. After talking to her about speeding, the officer said, "I see you are wearing your seat belt. Do you believe in wearing it at all times?" "Yes, I do, officer," she replied. "Well," asked the officer, "do you always do it up with it looped through your steering wheel?"
A young man finally got a date with the blonde female who lived in his apartment complex. To prepare for his big date, the young man went up on the roof of his apartment building in order to tan himself. Not wanting any tan lines to show, he sunbathed in the nude. Unfortunately, the young man fell asleep while on the roof and managed to get sunburn on his tool of the trade. But he was determined not to miss his date, so he put some lotion on his manhood and wrapped it in gauze. The blonde showed up for the date at his apartment, and the young man treated her to a home-cooked dinner, after which they went into the living room to watch a movie. During the movie, however, the young man's sunburn started acting up again. He asked to be excused, went into the kitchen, and poured a tall, cool glass of milk. He then placed his sunburned member in the milk and experienced immediate relief from his pain. The blonde, however, wondering what he was doing, wandered into the kitchen to see him with his member immersed in a glass of milk. Upon seeing this, the blonde exclaimed, "So that's how you guys load those things?"